Welcome to Temple Builders Carpentry. Temple Builders. We problem solvers. Temple Builders, safety first. Okay, Temple Builders, today we identifying house members, okay? What components or what parts make up your house, okay? If you want to be a carpenter, you got to know about these things, these different pieces to the puzzle, okay? Come on up here and let me show you these prints right here, okay? I was about to say blueprints, right? But blueprints are a traditional way that they used to design homes, you know, on paper. I guess you can call these white prints, okay? They got rid of blueprints because this right here, this way of printing is more affordable or is less costly, okay? Now, let's stick to the subject. Let's talk about this house, okay? We're gonna be talking about this brick veneer residence, okay? If you look right here, look at these prints, okay? I haven't made any videos about how to read prints, but I'm gonna have videos on how to read prints. But I'm gonna give you the simplest form today, okay? So we're gonna be identifying the different members that make up your house, the structure of your house, okay? Let's look at these prints right here, okay? You got this brick veneer residence, right, okay? You look down here on the prints, they say that this is the front elevation, okay? Front elevation basically means if you're standing in front or in the front in your yard, okay, and you're looking at your house, that's the perspective that these prints is showing. Elevation basically is that you're looking at one side of the house, okay? And that's what this is. If you look right here, it says red wood siding. You have red wood siding running horizontally right here, and plus this is the brick, right? So you got brick on the exterior of this home. Look at these windows, these double hung, like double hung windows to me, okay? And here go your entrance. This your door right here, okay? Now, if you look right here with my finger at these dashed lines, okay? These are invisible lines. What it's saying is this is your basement, okay? This is underground. These dashed lines means that this is the structure. This is how the structure looks underground, okay? Because you wouldn't be able to see it if you're standing in your yard, right? Because the soil is blocking it. But this is what the dash lines means, okay? Now we can look at that. Okay, this will be the rear elevation. This is the right side elevation, okay? So just different perspectives, all right? Now, what I want to talk about today is identifying the members of your house, okay? If you want to be a carpenter and you want to know the different components of a home, okay? So if we look right here, look right here. This is called a section drawing. Let me put this down, okay? Now this is a typical wall section, okay? Now a section drawing is from the perspective of, let's say you have a cake, okay? And you use your knife to basically get you a slice of cake, okay? And then when you take that slice out, and if you're looking at the cake, you can see the layers of that cake. So let's translate into that. Let's translate that into a house. Let's say we have a house cake, okay? So slice your house cake open and look at the different components, and that's what you'll see with this typical wall section, okay? Now I'm gonna blow this typical wall section up on my whiteboard so you can see it better, okay? And make it simpler, okay? What I did, I altered a little bit. It's the same as the prints, but I altered a little bit, and I want to make it simple so you can understand, okay? Now let's talk about it. Okay, now this is a simple wall section, okay? This was a print. If we can see down here at the bottom, this would be your scale. This scale says 2 inches. See those 2 tick marks? 2 tick marks mean inches. 2 inches equals 1 foot. That's one tick mark. 1 tick mark means feet, a foot. So it's 1 foot 0 inches. 2 inches equals 1 foot. Now what that means now is that if I was to use this measuring tape and actually measure this drawing, every 2 inches would be 1 foot on the actual structure, okay? That's what it means to be drawing to scale. However, this drawing is not drawing to scale, okay? It's just my drawing that I blew up off these prints, something for y'all to understand, okay? Now let's talk about it. Okay, this is a typical wall section. However, this wall section also has the roof. You have the roof here, and you also have your floor system, and you also have your foundation. Okay, now let's start at the bottom. Okay, I got FTG right here. This is a footing. This is what you call a footing. And anytime you're looking on prints and you see little triangle on prints and little dots, little triangle and dots, that's indicating concrete. Okay, now this is your footing. Okay, of course your footing is sitting on soil. Right now, these two circles right here, if you look at my arrows, goes back to rebar. Okay, so running through your footing this is two pieces of rebar running horizontally through the footing. Okay, now your footing transfers your load of your structure down to the soil. However, let's keep on going. From this footing, let's say it's 2 foot in width. Okay, this footing, however, has another component on it. This is your foundation wall. Okay, your foundation wall sits on top of your footing. Okay, we're giving you the different components that makes up a house. Okay, you want to be a carpenter, you got to understand these things. Okay, now look at your footing. Your footing has a lip over here. This is your slab. According to the print, it says it's a 4-inch slab right here. So this is going to be your basement floor. Okay, now if you look, keep on going right here, you see this little break in the wall. We look over here to the side. This is a dimensional number that's saying that this wall is 7 foot 4 inches. Okay, this little break here indicates that a section was taken out. It's not we can't draw it as big as it's supposed to be because we don't have enough room on the board. Okay, so you put this little break in there indicating that a section has been taken out, and it lets you know over here on the side that this is 7 foot 4 inch. So you have a 7 foot 4 inch basement. Okay, let's keep on going with the rest of our components on a house, because this is basically what you'll call just a simple understanding of the components that make up your house. All right, let's go back to number 4, rebar. As the channel continues, I'm gonna describe these things more in depth. But let's move on. We got the footing here. We have the 4-inch slab. We have the concrete foundation, a concrete wall, which this can be also CMUs, concrete masonry units, which are called you'll call normally like concrete block. Okay, cement block. Yeah, they'll use it for the foundation wall. Now, if you look right here, attached to the foundation wall that's a seal plate, which is a 2x6. A 2x6 is oriented. Let me come over this side and get some right quick. Hold up. So you have a 2x6 right here, and that's the end grain. So let's say the X is right here. Okay, that's the end grain. So the X right there. You see that vertical piece right there? That's a anchor bolt. So you have this seal plate attached by anchor bolt to your foundation wall or your concrete wall. Okay, now if we keep on going, this is your floor system. This is your floor. It's called joist. Now I heard people that claim they do carpentry, they'll call the members in the floor, they'll call them studs. Those are not studs. The members that's in your floor are not studs. Those are joists. Okay, so this is the structure of your floor. You have a joist. Let's say that this is the joist right here. This is the face of the lumber. That's what we're looking at. This is the face of the joist right here. So this is showing that the joist is coming in, running this direction horizontally, and it's butting up against right here your rim joist. That's gonna be the end grain. So it'll look like this. That's what you see right here. I want to give y'all an understanding of what you're looking at. So this is what happening right here in this photo. Okay, let's keep on going. As we keep on going, if you look right here, these are your studs. Look at your studs. This is what's behind your wall normally, all right? Unless you got a concrete masonry unit wall or a concrete block wall, you're gonna have wood framing members. Okay, if you got wood framing members, behind your wall are studs. Okay, in between these studs is insulation. Okay, insulation. Now, if you look right here, that's your sheetrock. It's a little slither in front of the studs. That's your sheetrock. So let's come down here, right here at the bottom of this stud. That's your bottom plate. Okay, so there go that X again. It's showing the end grain. So your bottom plate is facing this way, and your stud is on top just like that and running up. Okay, and these studs will be running 16 on center, just like the floor joist, and it could be 24 on center. Okay, now you look at this little slither of material that's come behind the stud. Okay, that's your sheathing. See that? See a little that's your exterior sheathing. Okay, that can be plywood, right? It can be OSB board, which is also known as chipboard. Okay, OSB stands for oriented strand board. Okay, now this is the brick veneer residence. Okay, now you look at our brick right here. This is our brick. Look, it's sitting on the foundation wall, sitting on the lip on the foundation wall. So you have a brick wall, and mostly, yeah, I think around about 30 years ago or so, they started making brick veneer. And brick veneer is just basically your house, the skin of your house is brick, not the whole wall. Okay, just the skin, because it's more cost effective that way. Okay, and still you get the same look, right? So that's why it's called brick veneer. Okay, now look at this. This is your overhang. This is the overhang of your house, which this component is called a lookout. Okay, called a lookout. Now, if we keep on going, now go up here. Your roof is made out of rafters. Okay, your roof is made out of rafters. Look there, rafters, studs, lookouts. Okay, like I said, this component right here, it's called an overhang because look, it's running past the exterior wall. This is the exterior wall of your home. So this is overhanging the exterior wall of your home. That's why it's called an overhang. You also hear it called cornice. You also hear it called an eave, right? Now, a good way of remembering these components is look how the rafters run. The rafters run at a diagonal, okay? The rafters run diagonally, okay? Look at that. That's what you call diagonal. So that's how the rafters run. And the rafters in your ceiling. Okay, now look at the joist. The joist run horizontally. Okay, this is, look at my, if you look at my arm, this is horizontal. Okay, now the studs, look at the studs, look how they run. They run, this is vertical. Straight up, it's vertical. And the rafters running at an angle. So the rafters run like that, see? Now look at these. You got joists up here at the top. These are ceiling joists. See, they running horizontal as well. And look at this little slither I got made right here. Guess what? That's your sheetrock at the top. That's covering up your joist. You got to know your components that's in your home, right? Let's look right here down here so this will be inside your home. This is a room inside your home right here. The FF stands for finished floor. We got a finished floor on top of your joist. So what you do is you have the joist first, then on top of the joist you have plywood. That's your subfloor. You put your subfloor on top of the joist. It can be plywood or it can be OSB again, oriented strand board or chipboard. Okay, and on top of that subfloor, you can go with some people like to put Luan on top of that, what they call underlayment. Some people like to put underlayment on that first, and then go with your finished floor. Your finished floor can be, it can be some type of hardwood. It can be a wood floor. It can be a laminate floor. Okay, it depends on you. Okay, so it can be a rug. Okay, it depends. It can be carpet. You know, a carpet. It depends on you. So this is the inside of your house, and look right here. This is your base molding. It's your baseboard. So outside of your studs, then that's your sheetrock. Then you got your baseboard, and I got a little piece of quarter round, which is called shoe molding right there. Okay. Oh yeah, this type of building is called stick framing or platform framing. Okay, and this is just a typical way of how a house would look. Okay, they got another type of framing called balloon framing. But as the channel continues, okay, I'm gonna do more explanations on this. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long. So if you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, become my apprentice, Temple Builder.